breaking news overnight. We have more answers for you this morning about a situation at Centennial Airport last night. Good morning. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Jordan Chavez. Good morning, everybody. Let's get right to 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez live at the Centennial Airport. Brianna, that's where the police chase ended.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So this all happened at this building that you see over my shoulder. We know it's supposed to be a hangar/office for workers here at Centennial Airport. So we're seeing some of the aftermath. I'm going to step out of the way so my photographer Joe Swanson can give you guys a better look. But we're seeing that the side of the building is already boarded up, and we're seeing a no parking sign that's on the floor. So let's break down everything that we know so far. We know that the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, they received an alert from their license plate readers about a stolen car from another jurisdiction. So this happened just before 10 last night. Deputies say the car was located on northbound I-25 at Castle Pines Parkway. They tried to pull over that car, but it sped away on E-470. So then the pursuit continued on to E-470 and Peoria Street. That's when deputies say the car turned into Centennial Airport, lost control, hit the side of the building. And again, that building is an office/airplane hangar. Deputies arrested 3 people. A driver, a Denver resident, is being held on charges of car theft, eluding, and reckless driving. Another person in the car was arrested on warrants, and then that third person was issued a summons for drug possession. So again, back out here live, you can see it is very clear, very different than what we were seeing late last night. We're supposed to get more information from the Douglas County Sheriff's Office sometime today. That's according to an email that they sent me early this morning around 5 a.m. And I just spoke to South Metro Fire Rescue. They said that no one was taken to the hospital and there was no injuries. For now, I'm live here in Douglas County. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
And weather-wise today, it's going to be on the nice side with after a couple of really soggy days for us along the Front Range. We've got much calmer weather ahead for the next little while. Low 40s right now for us in Denver, and that radar quiet as could be right now. You branch things on out. Our storm system that led to all that active weather, it's way out here now in Missouri and Illinois, so we're long done with that storm system for us here in Colorado. Today, we top out near 70 degrees for us, mostly sunny skies. Beautiful day out there if you're heading outside for a jog, a dog walk, anything like that. Looks fantastic. Mid-60s early this afternoon. Again, high temperature near 70. Drying out today, warming up this weekend, but we've got mountain showers and storms every day now through the weekend, and then next week, a bit of a change and also much warmer temperatures for this weekend. I'll show you how hot it gets coming up in my full forecast in just a few minutes. Want to send things over now to Erica now for a check of traffic.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Let's talk about your traffic impact drive this morning. Getting you started with a live look from our CDOT cameras. Chris has been talking about foggy conditions north of the metro area, and it actually is looking like it's getting worse. I've been watching these cameras for some time just to kind of see how things develop. Visibility, not great. So what we're looking at here is I-25 in the Johnson's Corner area, in the Johnstown area. Chris, of course, has been talking about this through Loveland as well. You're going to be dealing with foggy conditions. Use those low beams. Volume is light, so I wouldn't say we're dealing with a high impact as far as delays are concerned, but something to watch out for. We do have southbound I-25 delays in the North Washington area at 58th Avenue. Live look at 225 in Alameda where we have northbound delays. We have a crash reported up ahead at 6th Avenue. Let's go ahead and take you over now to our map this morning. Still seeing a lot of green out here, but we have a couple things I want to mention really quickly. We do still have that Alameda closure for emergency road work happening to the railroad crossing there. We talked about this yesterday. This closure will be in effect through tomorrow at 7 o'clock at night between Navajo and Lipan. As far as travel times are concerned, I am beginning to see a delay from Denver to Boulder. It is CU graduation. This makes sense. People are making their way up there. We are tracking already a 10-minute delay on westbound Highway 36. 13-minute backup right now if you're getting ready to travel on southbound 225.
Erica, thank you. 4 men faced charges this morning after a massive fentanyl bust. According to CBI, this happened on April 28th. Their agents teamed up with the DEA and North Metro Drug Task Force to search 2 homes in the Denver metro area. Agents say they seized 800,000 fentanyl pills, fentanyl powder, meth, heroin, and $60,000 in cash. CBI says it thinks this network is connected to the Sinaloa cartel and has ties to several other states. CBI says the 4 men they arrested are in the U.S. without proper documentation. They're being held at the Adams County Detention Center this morning.
The Denver Sheriff's Office is investigating after a man died while in custody at the downtown detention center. The Denver Sheriff's Department says at around 9 o'clock last night, someone found the man unresponsive inside a housing unit. They brought in a medical emergency team to try and save his life, but he died shortly after. The sheriff's office is not saying much more than that right now, so that the investigation is not compromised. The Denver Medical Examiner's Office will eventually release the man's name and how he died.
The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office is asking for any information you might have about this man. Jeffco says he is a suspect in a case involving a teen that was sexually assaulted in 2023. The Sheriff's Office didn't share much more information than that, other than they believe is in his 20s. If you know anything, call the Sheriff's Office tip line. That number is at the bottom of your screen right now. It's 303-271-5612.
This morning, we have new details for you regarding an SUV that crashed into this home in Aurora yesterday. This happened at the corner of Peoria and Alaska. Police say that the driver of a stolen white Jeep was driving northbound on Peoria when they lost control, crashing into the house. No one was in the home at the time and no one was hurt. APD says that 2 people got out of the car and ran into the neighborhood. No word on whether police have found them just yet. We also have a new look at the crash that we first told you about as we came on the air at 4:30 this morning. This is the rollover on I-25 north by University that shut down several lanes while you were sleeping. We're still working to find out what led up to this crash, but we do know that an SUV ended up on its roof. We watched crews clear that scene at 4:30, so we're not seeing any impacts to your commute because of this at the very least. We will bring you more information, though, as we learn it.
Right now, a trend on TikTok is keeping fire departments across Colorado busy. Kids are starting fires on purpose by shorting out the batteries in their school Chromebooks. We know of at least 18 cases over the last few days, and it's got the potential to cause big problems.
Literally, the students had put something in the computer. It started smoking. The teacher saw it, went over, grabbed the kids, and they went to the office. These things catching fire, it doesn't take long.
Some districts have sent out email blasts to parents telling them to talk with their kids about the issue and to keep an eye out. Even the fumes coming off a lithium battery are extremely toxic. So far, we have not heard of any injuries. Voters in Colorado will likely be asked to approve additional funding for school meals provided free to families. On the last day of the legislative session, the Senate passed a bill to ask voters for more money. Still needs the governor's signature. Voters approved the Healthy School Meals for All program back in 2022. It added a new tax on households making more than $300,000 a year. The program is supposed to fund breakfast and lunch for all students regardless of their family's income level. But the popularity of the meals and cost have exceeded the revenue collected to fund the program. This means there will likely be 2 measures on the ballot this November. One to ask voters to keep the existing funding, and another for an even larger tax on households making more than $300,000 a year.
A Littleton man has died months after falling nearly 50 feet from a chairlift at Keystone Ski Resort. This happened back in December. Family members say that Donovan Romero fell from the Ruby Lift near Tower 3. He suffered a traumatic brain injury and never regained consciousness. Romero was wearing a helmet but did not have the chairlift's restraint bar down.
This morning, India's army is sharing video footage which they claim shows strikes against targets in Pakistan. The army claims it eliminated targets in what it described as 3 terrorist camps. Pakistan called the recent strikes an act of war. The strikes took place 2 weeks after a terror attack killed 26 people in the Indian part of Kashmir. The 2 countries have been fighting over that region for more than 75 years. Ukraine's parliament has unanimously signed off on a minerals deal with the United States. The deal calls for a joint investment fund with the United States and gives the U.S. preferential access to Ukraine's natural resources. Ukrainian officials have indicated that they think having American companies in the country will act as a kind of soft security guarantee.
7:09 right now. Let's give you a live look over St. Peter's Square this morning. Today is the first full day of the conclave to replace Pope Francis. Cardinals have already held 2 votes this morning. When a decision is made, white smoke is going to billow from the palace, and then the new pope will emerge onto the balcony. That next vote is set to take place in just about an hour from now.